Hi everybody, my name is Dave and I'd like to invite you to sit back and watch what I saw 4.5 years ago. You see, 4.5 years ago I was a college football coach. And my wife and I owned a series of health clubs in 2 different states, and we were really very busy. I wasn't looking for something else to do at that particular time frame, but I got a phone call from some friends of mine that says, Dave, we want you to take a look at something. Because they were my friends and because I respected them, I agreed to listen. Even though I was quite skeptical and I didn't need anything else to do in my life, I went, I listened, because they were my friends. So thank you for taking this opportunity, because I know that someone called you and is very thankful that you've taken the time to take a look at this. I want to be right up front with you. I'm not going to go into a tremendous amount of detail. This is going to be a very short presentation. But if you want more specific details, we can get that information to you through our websites and the other vehicles with which we can deliver information to you. Here's how it works. We have 2 simple little pieces to our puzzle. We've got a product and we've got a business system. Our product is what we call our Dream Trips membership. It's a membership-based travel club where members of our club are going to have specific entitlements to them that you might get if you were a member of a health club. See, if you're a member of a health club, you get to work out at the club. If you're a member of a country club, you get to golf there. It's the same type of thing here. We've got privileges for our members. What if I said to you, as a member, you could take a cruise for $49? Well, right off the bat, some of you are thinking, all right, if that's true, I'm going to pay attention to this. What if I said we could do maybe an all-inclusive to Mexico for $185? Well, there's a couple of examples, but let me just show you a couple of examples. Here is that $49 cruise. Obviously, we've got port fees and taxes that need to be added to that, but you know what? You can't stay home for a weekend for $49. Here's another one. How about Sweden? Now, obviously, a lot of us here in Canada or in the U.S., we're not going to go to Sweden for a 4 days and 3 night time frame for $169. But we want you to, if you want to go there. Here's a South Dakota pheasant hunt. See, we not only have vacations around the world, we've also got hunting and fishing and golf and skiing. This happens to be a pheasant hunt that I was on this last year that included the lodging, all the meals, all the drinks, the dogs, the guides. Everything was included for $439. I promise you, that's significantly below what that outfitter would put that price out on the market for. Here's another one. How about Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic? $359. That's $630 per couple off the best advertised online price. Here's some additional ones here. I know my wife has been looking at this one for a long time. $941 to the Mediterranean. You can go ahead and see the details there. And oh, by the way, if you want to take your kids, I wouldn't, but if you did, kids go free. Here's a tour of China. $1,402 per couple off the best advertised online price. $2,480 is your total cost, and that includes your airfare from San Francisco. Now, I already said I was a football coach, so you know that I love football. Here's the 2011 Super Bowl. 5 days and 4 night accommodations while you're at the Super Bowl also includes your ticket. I challenge you to go see if you can get that kind of a deal in the open marketplace trying to get to the Super Bowl. Here's Prague in the Czech Republic, $119, 4 days and 3 nights. Here's another Mexico destination, 4 days and 3 nights for $199. And I want you to notice we've got some 4 day, 3 night things because not everybody has the same amount of vacation time to be able to get away. So we try to have some things that are maybe a week long, some things that are maybe over a weekend, and then some longer ones as well. There's our Dream Trips. To be a member of that club, it's really very simple. It's got a membership fee, just like you would have if you were to join any other club, and it's $200. And that's a one-time fee. That's a family membership. And if you don't have a family, guess what? You can take a guest with you if you decide to travel. So it's $200 one time, and then we've got the monthly membership fee of $50. So when I saw this for the very first time, I thought, who would do this? Well, then I realized I did. And guess what? I started sharing this concept with a couple of my friends, and they bought it. And so it became very clear to me very quickly that this was a viable product, and people wanted to be able to travel. See, it's like any other club that you might join. Think of Sam's Club or Costco. Why would you join a club like those? So that you could save money. It's the same thing here, except instead of purchasing your everyday products that you might buy at a store, instead we're doing it with travel. And there are ways that we're able to get those kind of prices. We'll be happy to share that information with you, but just know and understand, these are real. I've been on them. I'd love to have you go with me sometime. Well, then I thought about the fact that if this is such a great product, maybe other people will want this, and was there a business model? And there is. And our business model is called our representative business system. And I want to make it perfectly clear that this is a separate piece of the puzzle. See, our product is something that you can purchase, but also you may have an interest in marketing our tools or sharing our tools with other people. And I want to make it very clear that they're separate. Our business system can be purchased all on its own for you to be able to market the products and or our product, our Dream Trips. They can both go separate or together. I just happen to choose both of these, and I want to show you how this works. In that system, we've created a commission structure where you can be compensated based on the efforts of others. Well, let me take you back to when I was a kid growing up. I remember going off to school, my dad, and tell me if your parents did this type of thing. Most typical parents will say to their kids, now, we want you to go to school and get good grades. And someday, you might want to go to college. And someday, after you've graduated from college, you're going to want to go get a great job. Well, my dad was just a little bit differently. See, he was an entrepreneur, and he said, Dave, he said, I want you to go to school and try real hard. I want you to go to college and try real hard. But he says, promise me you'll never go get a good job. And he started teaching me about principles and concepts, and I would say to him, I said, Dad, that's not exactly what the other dads are teaching their kids. Why would you say that? He said, Dave, most people want financial freedom and time freedom. And he said, you can't do that in a job because you've been taught to accumulate wealth. I want to teach you to create wealth. And how you create wealth and how you create freedom is leverage. He said, of time, of money, and he said, I want you to learn that concept. So as I go through this, I want you to start to think about your situation. Have you created what you wanted out of your current job situation to be able to get whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want? Well, here's how it works. We've got a direct commission. And a direct commission is really very simple. I share this concept with you, you buy it from me, I make a direct commission. And I can share that with as many people as I want to. Then we have what's called a cycle commission. I liken that to an override structure, maybe like a real estate office or maybe an insurance agency where if I owned the office and I hired other people to work in my office, I could make an override off of their efforts. Matter of fact, that's what I did prior to this. And I found out that if I had other people working for me, that I could play golf while they worked. And that's what comes in the cycle side. Because let's say, for example, I share this with you again, and you buy it from me, I make a direct commission. But then you share this with one of your friends, and they buy it. Well, you make the direct commission, but I override that sale. And then they share that with somebody. I override that sale too. And then they share it with somebody. I override all these sales. As long as I share it with one person and they perpetuate that process, I can override an unlimited number of people. An unlimited number of people. And you know what? When I saw this, I thought, this is what my dad was talking about. This might work. So I did. I started sharing it with some people. They did too, and so on. And over the last 4.5 years, I've shared this with about 20 of my friends. Many of them said yes, some said no, but 20 ultimately said yes. That number has grown to tens of thousands of people on my team, and I override all of those. So would you rather have 100% of your own efforts or 1% of 100 people's efforts? That's the concept. That's the concept that I want you to understand right now. Could you do that? Yes. You may be thinking, well, I can think of a couple people right now, even as you're speaking, that I'd like to share this with. And you're thinking maybe that's 3 or 4 or 5 people. Now, stretch your mind a little bit, thinking if they shared this with 3 or 4 or 5 people, how quickly that team could grow, especially if that continued on and on and on to an unlimited level. Well, the cool part about it is that team concept that you're building right there has residual income as well. You see, all those people that we're sharing that with, they're paying their monthly membership fee. And that monthly membership fee, we get paid residual income. Residual income is income that comes to you today based on something that you did in the past. Now, how cool would that be? Being paid for what you did in the past, not what you're doing today. Not trading time for money like we're taught, but being paid for what you've already done. Well, I'm going to tell you a little story. My daughter Sarah got involved with our business, and in a very short period of time, 5 months, she created a residual income. My dad worked 45 years from the age of 20 to the age of 65 to create residual income as well. In the United States here, we call that Social Security. His Social Security check was about $1,400 per month. Sarah, my daughter, 26 years old, she created residual income with this compensation structure of about $1,500 per month. So here's Sarah, 26 years old, residual income, $1,500 per month. Here's my dad, 45 years in the workforce, $1,400 per month. Now you make the choice. My dad, 45 years for $1,400, or Sarah, 5 months for $1,500. Now here's what's going to happen. You're all going to say, yeah, I want to do what Sarah did. But then you go right back to work tomorrow and never think about it again because that's what you've been taught. So I'm challenging you to think outside the box just a little bit. Residual income is addicting. When you continue to get paid month after month from some work that you've done in the past, it becomes a tremendous amount of fun. Now, I'm not telling you that this is a get-rich-quick situation. It takes effort and hard work, and success is a choice, and I want you to know and understand that as well. So if you decide to come on board with us, you need to realize and understand it's going to take some effort to be able to accomplish this. However, we'll teach you, train you. You need to be open and coachable to be able to do that. We also have a car bonus and a home bonus. And when I saw this, it was kind of like, they're going to buy me a car? And I sat down to try to figure out what it would take to accomplish that, and I really wanted to do that. Now, I'm a pilot, and I'm not all that crazy about cars. I mean, I'd take a free car if they gave one to me. But I asked the company if they would buy me an airplane. And they said, yes. So I took my car bonus and I bought an airplane. Now I have my own airplane. And they bought my home. And I never expected when I started that I would hit those kind of levels, but that concept of duplication and leverage is what allowed us to achieve that. So there's our commission structure. And I know that I didn't go in great detail about that. We can get you that information. I want you to understand the concepts and make your decisions based on the possibilities of that. To purchase our business system, that system right there, it's $100. That gives you your websites, everything that you need to run your business, including some marketing materials, and we've got a monthly fee of $11 per month that's associated with that fee to maintain that website. If we look at the product and the business system together, the total cost is $300. $200 for the product, $100 for the business system. If we look at the cost monthly, you've got $50 per month for the product, our Dream Trips, and $11 per month for the business system. That's $61. So 4.5 years ago, I spent $361 per month. And I've created for myself a situation where I have a product that is experiential. I have tremendous experiences. I have tremendous value for my family and all of my friends, not only with the experiences that we've had as a family, but also with all the people that we've met. And I've created an income that has allowed me to simply sell my health clubs, like I mentioned earlier, and resign from coaching football. This is all I do right now. Here's what I want you to think about. Most people get involved with this on a part-time basis. You've probably already got a job, or you're looking for a job, and we want you to continue to do that. But what if you tried this? What if you tried this? You joined our team and we worked together on this. And we created an option for you where maybe someday you could make other choices than you're making right now. Maybe you've stopped dreaming because you no longer can, you've fallen back into your life and you just go through the motions on a day-to-day basis. What if you were totally time-free and totally financially free and you could do whatever you want, whenever you want? Well, it doesn't come easy. It's not a free lunch, and there are no guarantees. But I promise you, if I did it, you should be looking at me saying that you could do it. Here's what we want you to do. Get with the person that shared this with you. Let them know your thoughts. Are you intrigued? Are you curious about what it is that we do? Look, we'd like to show you how we can help you, and we can work together on this process to help you get to where you want to go. At this particular point, I want to thank you very much for being open for a couple of minutes and allowing me to share this with you. It's something I'm very excited about, and I hope you are too. Thanks, and maybe we'll see you on the beaches of the world.